Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing it again. So bring those notes and comments to us to keep us going. We want to reach out. We want to help you to help us. And here we go. We are the United States National High School Champions League. And we're giving the news topics of what's been happening. It's a movement, ladies and gentlemen, and the one that helped start it, the co-founder of the High School Champions League, Jim Hart, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Kevin. What's happening?
Well, I'm a new. I feel like I've accomplished something and I'm ready to hit it again.
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right,
do
go.
it. Who's our okay, well, let's start with our sponsors. Of course, we always talk about Select Sport America, the best soccer balls in the world. Before we get to our next one, Kevin, you want to take it on Select for a minute?
Oh my God! Oh my gosh! All I know is this, ladies and gentlemen. You want to play soccer with the will? You better have a select ball because that ain't happening without a select ball. I've always been a fan of the select ball since I was a little kid. And the deal was, the affordability, it's right there. Uh, it's kind of like, why didn't I always have a select ball? I don't know. But anyway, I got it now. And for futsal or for indoor, I use the the ball that Maddie Di Maria, one of the best players in the country, high school soccer players in the country now, uses the dribbles and shoot. I mean to tell you, it's a vision of beauty when you see that ball at her feet, how she does the magic with it. It's just unbelievable. And so that's why it's an official ball. We're the Champions League. We got to have top notch stuff. And that's why we have this ball. And we got the only ball. Select, when you play Champions League soccer, you only play with a select.
That's beautiful. Well, our other sponsor this morning is Loci Capital. That's LOCI Capital, Loci Capital Investments. The Tampa Bay Champions League is called the Loci Capital Champions League because Loci Capital is the named sponsor of our Champions League. Loci Capital is, well, let me just take you back, Kevin. The year is 1996, 97, and 97.
Very good
I was
years.
coaching great years, Clearwater Central Catholic High School. Two players on my team, Michael Phillips, David Workman. Those two guys are now the CEO and COO of Loci Capital today. We were able to win state championships those years, and those guys, based on their experience as high school players and their love of high school soccer, came back these many years later and are sponsoring the High School Soccer Champions League through their company, Loci Capital. It is an investment firm. They invest in office space, retail space, hospitality space, multifamily, industrial. They build things. Loci is the plural for the word local or locus. It really means places, and that's what they invest in is places to live, places to work, places to be entertained. And so Loci Capital is doing great here in Tampa. They're actually really all over the Southeast, and they sponsor the Loci Capital Champions League, and we're super grateful for them. So those are our sponsors today. And without before we get into item number one, Kevin, I'm going to throw it back to you before I dive in.
Thank you. I just was burning. When you are a successful businessman, businesswoman, you say, "Hey, man, let's go. Let's do this. Spend a little money to get the return on your, you're doing good. Sponsor the Champions League. Go out and get this high school movement going by your dollars. And also use your expertise, you know, whatever you got. I mean, everything that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jim, but everything that has happened so far has been a collaboration either between the high schools and the Champions League, the coaches and the coaches and the coaches in the Champions League, sponsors. Everybody is collaborating for one goal. The high school,
100%, Kevin.
yeah,
Go ahead.
high school Champions League. Okay, Jim, let's have at it.
Well, no, I just wanted to echo that. And the thing that people need to know is that nobody owns the Champions League, nobody makes money on it, and that everybody's a volunteer. It's a total collaboration, up one side and down the other. So these people that invest in the Champions League are essential to our success, and we're super grateful to them. Especially people that got something out of being high school soccer players and are now successful in business. They've got and feel maybe they owe a little bit of that success to things they learned from the likes of their high school soccer experience. So let's go. Item number one today. Tallahassee, Florida, and the Florida Panhandle. Andy Warner. I call Andy the mayor of the Panhandle. He has been coaching there for about 35 years, originally from Liverpool, England. Great friend, probably my best friend in Florida soccer. And he coaches at Maclay High School in Tallahassee. He's a legend. He's in the Florida Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. And Andy is trying to bring the High School Champions League to Tallahassee. We have a meeting with Andy today. We've been talking with them for about 2 years now about this. And, you know, the thing people need to understand about the High School Champions League, it's a slow boil. It's not one of these, you snap a finger, press a button, and bang, it's there. It takes time. It takes lots of conversations, lots of persuasion. And it's because it's a collaboration of volunteers. It's not like you can write a check. It's not like you can go to Home Depot, buy a screwdriver, boom, fix the problem. That's not the High School Champions League. It's a process. Well, today we're going to take a big step in that process for the Florida Panhandle. And that's exciting news. Kev,
Yeah.
before I move on, got anything?
Oh, maybe. I got goosebumps, baby. Way to go. Go.
Okay, item number two, Eddie O. Eddie O. Eddie O's last name is. I apologize, Eddie, ahead of time. Oyakalomi. Eddie is born in Nigeria. Played for the Nigerian under-16 national team that won the first Youth World Cup. Moved to England, played there, moved to America, and has made his home here in the United States. Eddie is a coach here in Tampa Bay, amazing guy, and he started a new company called Coolidge, Qoollegge, Coolidge. They're an AI-oriented company that helps people pick the right colleges. Okay, well, Coolidge is a sponsor of the High School Champions League website that we talked a little bit about last week, and we'll be talking more about as time goes on. We haven't publicized the website yet because we're still working on it, but it is live right now. If the people were able to, they could find it. Anyway, item number two is that Coolidge is now in the process of talking amongst their board of an annual scholarship, one per market, one per High School Champions League market, of completely free services to Coolidge for a high school sophomore or junior. Now, this would be in addition to the fantastic scholarship that we already have from Nagel College Planning and Siggy Nagel, who gives 5 mentorships per market to different kids to do his college mentoring. So we're drawing attention and getting support from the segment of the business world that is involved in helping kids get to college. And this new potential scholarship is big news. We're going to know more about it next week, but that's item number 2. Kevin.
I mean, there it is. I mean, if you're going to be a scholar champion, you got to go to college, okay? It's part of the deal. Now, we could go to the pros right away and everything like that, but you always have a little something off to the side about the schooling, because after the soccer, the schooling is the important thing. So this is important business. Cover your bases and have it all ready. And that's what the Champions League does. It gets you ready, prepared for adult life, man. Let's go.
100%. 100%. And that college, by the way, could be trade school. It could be some kind of industrial training of some kind. It doesn't necessarily automatically mean that you're going to go off and become a French literature major at the state university, but it could be that too.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
So we're all about development of people. Okay, item number 3, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga, Tennessee has a fantastic high school program there called McCallie High School. McCallie High School is often ranked in the top 20 in the nation in spring high school soccer. Now, you up there in St. Louis, the girls play in the spring, the boys play in the fall. But there's about 20 to 25 states in America where the boys play in the spring. Tennessee is one of those. And Chattanooga, Tennessee, McCallie High School is one of the top, schools. Think of the top schools in the St. Louis area. Well, McCallie's just like that. The coach of that place, his name is Chris Cushenberry. We were put on to Chris from Adam Bell's of the Scuff podcast. And we've been talking with Chris now for about 2 years. Probably had 3 meetings with him already. We're having our next meeting with him this week. And we're hoping to announce further progress. Now, I'm not trying to say we're ready to announce a Chattanooga Champions League. Not saying that at all. I'm just giving the item that we are furthering our discussions, just same as in Tallahassee, with Chattanooga, and we've got a meeting to move that ball along today. People often say to me, somebody asked me in our national Zoom meeting last week, I think, who exactly is getting ready to join the High School Champions League? And it's hard to say that. It's hard to say because there's so many different pots boiling or being brought to a boil. None of them are boiling yet. Well, there's the ones that, St. Louis, Tampa Bay, South Florida, those are boiling. Sarasota and Polk County. But we've got about 15 other ones that are steaming, slowly coming to boil. Chattanooga's one of them. And so hopefully we're going to find ourselves in a volunteer state before too long, Kevin.
Welcome, Chattanooga. Come on. If you don't walk alone on this thing, man. We're with you all the way. Bye-bye.
Item number 4. Our friends up in St. Louis will remember the unbelievable video that was produced for the Girls Champions League final. And that was by your recent guest, Frank Can, on the Whale Certified podcast. We have a meeting this week with Frank to discuss future involvement of Frank Can Productions in the High School Champions League movement. We are putting Frank together with the president of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Ryan Helfrich. Ryan has also, I think we reported last week, maybe we didn't, I don't know. I can't keep it all straight, Kevin. There's so much going on. But Ryan is also he's seen Frank's production of the St. Louis video, the St. Louis Girls Champions League video, and he wants to get the Rowdies production team involved in helping us to cover the Champions League final. But Frank, we've talked with Frank also about potentially coming to Tampa and doing work on the Tampa finals next December. And we're talking with Frank about these other places that we're doing the Champions League, including South Florida, including other markets that might come online. So that's a very exciting discussion we're going to have. It's an exploratory meeting to see what the possibilities are, but it's big. I mean, Kevin, think about it. Last year at this time, if we would have said, "Oh yeah, today we're going to have a meeting with Frank Cam Productions about doing videos for Champions League finals across the country," you'd be like, "What are you smoking, man? What are you talking about?" But that's happening this week. So that's item number 4, Kev. Before I move on, you got anything?
It's the gold standard. Frank Can Productions. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm a retired live theater, retired stagehand, so I was always behind the scenes of all major theatrical productions that traveled the United States. And this is right there, up above it, top shelf. And just everything about the cat is unbelievable. And another guy who loves soccer, has a company, sees that he's able to help, and the Champions League became a perfect fit. And it's going more. It doesn't stop. That's what the Champions League is about. It's a lifetime. It carries you lifetime. It doesn't just one season, one game.
No doubt. That's well said, Kevin. All right. Well, the last item is Sacramento, California. We know that Sacramento is the home of our good friend Neil Collins, who used to coach the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Now he's the coach of Sacramento Republic, the USL franchise there. Neil has been a friend of the Champions League since the beginning. He's done 3 of our Champions League draws in Tampa. So we've been talking with Neil for a long time about Sacramento. Well, today, it's actually today, we have our first meeting with a Sacramento high school coach. His name is Jonathan Stein. And I just want the audience to know, it's having these meetings. Think of it like this. Think of it like brainstorming. The process of brainstorming is you have 100 ideas. 98 of them you never really do anything with, but it's those 2 that come through that are the gems. Well, I don't know how many of these meetings are going to lead to a high school Champions League. I think the return is going to be better than 2%, but it might not lead to anything, but it might. But the bottom line is, it's great to not do these things in a vacuum with nobody knowing about it. The more people that know about us, the more people that know who we're talking to and where we're going, the better. Because this is now, as Kevin said so well, about a movement. It's sweeping across the country. And if we can jump over the Rocky Mountains and get a beachhead in California, all the better. So we'll see what happens today. But that's our report today, Kevin.
Wonderful, Jim. Wonderful. And ladies and gentlemen, you too can be a part of the High School Champions League movement by many different ways. At St. Louis, because I know about St. Louis, it was okay. I didn't think of it, but you gave me the thought, and it just opened the possibilities of an impossible situation. I don't know what to do. Take it easy. Put it on paper. You figure it out. It'll work. And everybody who has an open mind and an open heart, you're almost a champion right then and there. And and the national high school movement. So come on. Hop aboard. Thank you, Jim.
We'll see you tomorrow, Kevin.
Bye-bye.